Let me start with a question which came in earlier in fact, this was the first one that came through, from David Ainsworth, who said last week and now continuing, there's been serious congestion at the infamous and rather dangerous Gallows Corner roundabout. This particular location is in 2 parliamentary constituencies and 1 Greater London constituency. This is causing chaos over a wider area. Have you taken this matter up in a bid to try and expedite matters?
Yes, I have, Mark. I've been fighting this battle for years, but recently it's got far worse. The last week was absolutely dreadful, what was going on at Gallows Corner. All kinds of complaints were coming in about the delays and the difficulties getting through. It's not a good junction. It's a very dangerous junction, and it shouldn't be there anymore. This was a temporary structure, the flyover. It wasn't meant to be there in 2020. It was only meant to be there for a few years in the 70s. So I think that this is shameful neglect by Transport for London. I am working with Keith Prince, our Assembly member, who represents Havering and Redbridge, to try and persuade the Mayor of London to put the necessary funding in. I'm also trying to lobby government to feed money down so that Mr. Khan has got no excuse to do this. My fear is that we always get forgotten over this end. You know, we're in Greater London, but we're not really. We're Essex, and therefore we are not looked at in the same way as if it was in central London, so we don't get the funding. And I think that TfL need to seriously address this, but it will cost a lot of money. There's no denying that. It's not going to be a few thousand. It's going to be millions and millions of pounds. And so it's going to be an expensive project to do it properly. If you look at the North Circular, they have got rid of many of those old flyovers and built underpasses. I think the same kind of thing should happen at that A12, A127 junction. But as I say, it will cost money, but I am taking this up with Sadiq Khan. I wrote to him last week. I'm raising it in Parliament, and I shall continue to work with our excellent Assembly member, Keith Prince, to try to get some action on this as fast as possible.